Clash Royale has removed Elixir spectating. They brought it back for a few days during the 20-win challenge, but as normal now, you can't see the Elixir bar. That's been how the game has been, and that's what makes it fair. But recently, something has happened. A player I know, a friend I have, just got exposed for cheating in the game. His name is Matt2K, and he's a Clash Royale player from the Philippines. He plays Logbait, and he was around like a top 2K level player, and I actually did get to meet him in World Finals. Clash Royale actually posted a picture of me with a bunch of my friends at World Finals. The official esports page did. So me and Matt2K have been friends for a couple months, and we met in this server of a mutual friend where he accidentally exposed himself, but we'll get more into that in a second. Like I said, he was a top 2K player. He was finishing consistently top 2000, and this is kind of a look at from Royale API. This is a look at where he finishes. You can see, you know, he's pretty much like a top 2K player, but he's a player that could definitely get a top 1K with a little bit of luck or a little bit more practice or a little bit more time. So you see, it's nothing really crazy, and this is leading up to it. And then there's this top 600 finish, and he got another top 1K finish on his other account. Everyone's initial reaction was like, good stuff. We all kind of expected it because it was the 20-win challenge, and during the 20-win challenge, people will grind the game out a lot. You know, I was one of these people. I played like almost 1,000 games during one of the years, just during the 20-win challenge, trying to get it. So, you know, usually with that type of grind, you get used to the game a lot, and you just improve rapidly because you're used to all the cards that are being used in the meta. So I know that's a little bit off topic, but that's why, you know, me and all my friends expected this guy to, you know, improve a bit, and we weren't really that shocked. You know, the season ended while everyone was in Atlanta too, so no one really had an idea. Like, we all knew he got win traded by somebody, but that wasn't really a hidden thing, you know? So there was nothing really suspicious about it. So it's not really uncommon for people to improve, and that leads us to where I'm at now. The chats before he exposed himself were normal. You know, we were just chopping stuff out with me and my friends, just, you know, laughing at dumb stuff, making jokes like this. Sorry if it's a little cringe, but I thought it was pretty funny. So did they. They definitely didn't. So he was talking, and he accidentally sent this picture and then deleted it. You know, you can see the picture. Let's get a better look. And I don't know if you can see it yet, so let's get one more look so you can't miss it. And that's right there you can see. He can see the elixir, and he can see the cycle. And this is a really, really big cheat. And before anyone says anything about why it's showing the expo, it's actually just showing that because he's spectating one of his friend's games. Same friend that win traded him. I will make a note of this. A lot of people think he could see the miner and he could see the drill placements as well, because he was just abnormally catching the miners and the drills. I couldn't find the proof of it, but I know it's out there, but we're not really going to talk about that right now. It's really crazy that these cheats are still out there, and we'll get more into that in a second. But the craziest thing is he would have gotten away with this if it weren't for my friend Icepo that was sitting right next to me in that picture. That's him right there. He was just really OCD about checking the mod logs because he deleted it, and he just has OCD, so he likes to clear out every single channel, and he basically caught it through there. So now that we got like what happened in that time and how he got caught by being an idiot and posting the picture showing his cheat, let me tell the full scope of the story now. As many of you guys know, generic name 1911 was this cheater in the game. He was the guy that did the infinite elixir cheat. He sold him the cheat is what everyone's thinking right now, because he mentioned this cheat before, and what we're thinking happened is that Matt2K bought it off of him, and we're thinking it was around $1,000 because one of my other friends asked him about the infinite elixir cheat because he thought it was funny, and he said he was charging $1,000. And, you know, right here you can see in his Twitter that, you know, he's supposedly donating all the money, but we don't really know. I'm not going to comment on that. It's not what the video is about. But it's about this guy went and sold him this cheat, and we think it's really interesting he didn't go and buy it during the 20-win challenge, because he agreed to push like 20 other people, like 23 people, and he didn't end up doing it because, you know, he just wasn't good enough. So he went and got this cheat afterwards. So yeah, and it's just really interesting because it actually raises a lot of questions. Now you have to think about things like, what is Supercell gonna do? You know, all these cheats have been coming from the computer, and you know, you're not even supposed to really play Clash Royale on the computer, but it's not really that enforced, because even the CRL casters look on the computer, Jinxie plays on the computer, you know, lots of people play on the computer, but it's causing a lot of problems. And it kind of begs the question if they're gonna get rid of blue stacks and things you can do for that. And I know that's probably like a last resort, but it does raise that question. And more importantly, what are they gonna do about this guy that's sitting here selling cheats and, you know, kind of ruining the integrity of the game? You know, because what I think they should do is they need to get rid of him. And I don't know if they made a cease and desist for him, but I think it's just important not to have to deal with cheaters in the game. Yeah, it's really sad too, because that guy was a close friend. Like I said, I saw him at World Finals, and you know, we said hello to each other, hung out a little bit. You know, it was a really good time at World Finals, and you know, it's just sad to see stuff like that. You know, I really think it's worse than being pushed, to be honest. And you know, I was cracking jokes about it, as you can see here. People are getting a good laugh out of it. I think it's funny, but I just think, you know, something really needs to be done about it. That's most of what I want to talk about, because it's just such a big issue in the game. And I really think if you gave this cheat to some other pro players, if you gave this cheat, you know, a mid-tier player, they could easily turn into a top player just by being like 100% confident what's in their hand, how much elixir they exactly have, what they can and can't afford. That is a ginormous advantage. And actually, yesterday, he lost to Muhammad Light while using these cheats. He had a hard counter and everything, and Momo still somehow won. And everyone has been blazing him, you know, in the server that I talked to these people in, saying like it's just insane that someone can still outplay that. You know, it's just clearly there's some type of skill level. So yeah, that's really what I wanted to talk about, and I appreciate your guys' time. I'm gonna try making some more content soon, and I just thought it was a cool cheat. I think it's cool, but I think it's really bad and it shouldn't be in the game. But I appreciate your guys' time. It was a cool video to make, and you guys are some cool people. So thank you for watching, and yeah, I'll see you guys later.